What if I told you that one of the most notorious serial killers in American history remains unidentified to this day? This is the chilling reality of the Zodiac Killer, a shadowy figure who terrorized Northern California during the late 1960s and early 1970s. His reign of fear included confirmed killings, and he sent a series of cryptic letters and cryptograms to the press, leaving a trail of terror and confusion. The Zodiac Killer's identity remains veiled in mystery, his cryptic messages a persistent challenge for amateur and professional codebreakers alike. The first confirmed Zodiac killing occurred in late December 1968. A chilling winter night in Benicia, California, bore witness to the beginning of a terrifying series of events. A young couple, their lives brimming with promise, were brutally murdered, their dreams snuffed out in an instant. Just half a year later, the Zodiac Killer struck again, this time at Blue Rock Springs Park. The setting was idyllic, the night sky punctuated with stars, but the tranquility was shattered by the sudden, savage attack on another young couple. The brutality of the attack was shocking, the randomness of it horrifying. Then, in the heart of San Francisco, a taxi driver became the next victim. The city, usually pulsating with life, fell into a deep, fearful silence. The Zodiac had shown he could strike anywhere, at anyone. His victims were diverse, but a pattern emerged. He seemed to have a particular penchant for targeting young couples, his cruel actions severing the bonds of love and leaving a trail of heartbreak and fear. Each attack was as unpredictable as it was ruthless, leaving communities on edge and law enforcement scrambling for answers. The chilling mystery of the Zodiac Killer was just beginning to unfurl, his reign of terror casting a long, ominous shadow over the Golden State. After the murder of the taxi driver, the Zodiac Killer vanished as mysteriously as he appeared. The cryptic predator had retreated into the shadows, leaving behind a trail of blood and a legacy of terror that would haunt the world for decades to come. The Zodiac Killer wasn't content with just killing, he wanted to taunt the authorities and the public. He would do this through a series of cryptic letters and ciphers sent to various newspapers, including the renowned San Francisco Chronicle. These weren't just ordinary letters, oh no, they were a labyrinth of symbols and characters that would baffle even the most seasoned cryptographers. The Zodiac was no ordinary murderer, he was a showman, a performer who thrived on the fear and confusion he stirred. He demanded that his coded messages be printed in the newspapers, or else, he vowed, he would go on a merciless killing spree. The newspapers complied, and the public was left to decipher his chilling messages. The killer's cryptograms were a mixture of symbols, letters, and numbers, making them a formidable challenge to decipher. Yet, despite the complexity, some messages have been decoded. A pair of amateur code breakers in December of 1969 managed to decipher one of the most infamous cryptograms. The message was chilling. It read, "I like killing people because it's so much fun." This grim revelation sent shockwaves through the public. However, despite these breakthroughs and the best efforts of investigators and codebreakers alike, the Zodiac's identity remained concealed behind his cryptic communications. He was a phantom, a ghost who left behind a trail of death, fear, and unsolved codes. Despite the best efforts of investigators and codebreakers, the Zodiac's identity remained shrouded in mystery. The Zodiac Killer's reign of terror ended over 5 decades ago, but his legacy still haunts us. Even now, his chilling tale continues to cast a long shadow over American society and culture. The Zodiac Killer's story has been told and retold in countless ways, serving as a dark inspiration for numerous books, movies, and TV shows. From Robert Graysmith's best-selling book, Zodiac, to David Fincher's critically acclaimed film of the same name, we've seen the Zodiac's chilling narrative brought to life again and again. His cryptic ciphers and blood-curdling threats have become infamous, a chilling reminder of a time when a faceless terror lurked in the shadows. The investigation into the Zodiac Killer's identity remains active to this day. Tireless detectives, both professional and amateur, continue to pore over the remaining cryptograms, hoping to unmask the man behind the terror. Every new lead, every potential cipher solution, rekindles the pursuit of justice and the hope that, one day, the Zodiac's true identity might finally be revealed. Despite the passage of over half a century, the questions still remain. Who was the Zodiac Killer? What drove him to commit such heinous acts? The answers to these questions remain as elusive as the man himself. And so, the Zodiac Killer remains an enigma, his identity and motives as cryptic as his infamous ciphers. The pursuit of justice continues.